Halftime, and it is 65-57. Guys, I'll just say it. Right now, the Kings are not a very good team, and right now they're a one-man team, and that one man is De'Aaron Fox. Another horrible start to this game. They're back in it after being down 19. It's an 8-point game, but this team does not look very good right now.
Well, defensively, just really, when you give up 37 points in a quarter, obviously they're making a lot of threes, but those are a lot of open threes. So they're fortunate to be back in the game, as you said, Grant. I mean, De'Aaron is just carrying his team on his back.
Yeah, just a case, Grant, of a team that really only shoots the three ball well. Other than that, not a lot you can point to, and you let them get into a rhythm and a flow, and now you're reacting to them this entire first half.
De'Aaron Fox, I mean, is just, as you said, Jerry, he's put this team on his back, but he can't do it all by himself. And I'm looking at Sabonis, did nothing in that first half. I'm looking at DeRozan, a quiet half. I'm looking at Keegan Murray, 3 of 9, 1 of 5 from distance. You know, I'm looking at the bench again. The bench did nothing other than Keon Ellis, but you can't just have a bench come out and have goose eggs all over it and one player scored 9 points. The Nets bench, again, just thoroughly outscored the Kings bench. That continues to be a problem for this team. And I know Malik Monk's not playing, but the Nets are without some key players too.
Yeah, it's it's been a continuing problem for the Kings. The bench, obviously, they're just really not getting the production they need. But as you pointed out, I mean, it is a bit unusual when you're starting 5, other than Fox, has been pretty much unproductive. I mean, Herter, DeRozan, and certainly Sabonis. So certainly Keegan has not been really productive, but at least he's done something. and those other 3, just offensively, just no shows, and that's got to change, and it's got to change really early. It's got to change early in the third quarter. The Kings got to come out third quarter like they did against the Clippers, but keep it going.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Jerry. I mean, what is the formula to change that though in the second half?
Well, they've got to start making these 3-point shooters, or just the Nets in general uncomfortable. I mean, they're way too comfortable with their shooting. They're getting into their offense easily. Maybe some kind, pick up if you want to pick up some zone pressure, maybe, or just pick up before the half court line. I mean, but you want to put some ball pressure on, and do what the Nets are trying to do to the Kings. They've done a nice job of really pressuring everybody, including Fox. Fox is just so good he's been able to break it.
There's just really not a lot to like it, with the exception of De'Aaron Fox in this game. As far as what you just said, Jerry, I concur 100%. The problem is this is the 17th game of the season, and we're talking about this almost every night.
Yeah, it's got to change. I mean, obviously, if you think you can be a top 5 or 6 team in the West, you've got to play a lot better than this. I mean, there's a lot of teams. There's nobody running away in the West, but the Kings are heading the wrong direction right now, and it goes back to what we've said so many times earlier. You got to win at home, so you got to win this game. This team is 4-4 at home, and that simply is not going to get you anywhere into the playoff picture.
And you got Oklahoma City waiting for you tomorrow night at home, and that's not going to be an easy task. Ryan, something the Kings also did not do well in that first half, which has been a real bright spot this year, is their free throw shooting.
Yep, struggling at the free throw line, struggling to get to the free throw line, Grant. I mean, it has not been easy for them. You can ask, are they not getting the calls? What is it? Sabonis with the tough half, but they've just got to convert. They've got to find some type of rhythm on offense, whatever that looks like, whether the ball goes in, ball goes out, get out and run. They've only got 9 fast break points in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, you've just got to get some stops. I mean, if the other team's making shots all the time, all you're doing is taking the ball out of bounds and pushing it up, and we're seeing too much of that. And so get some stops with all those long shots they're taking. If you could, this is not a great 3-point shooting team every night, but my goodness, Cam Thomas, you'd have to say he looks like a young Carmelo Anthony or something.
The head coach of the Nets is the former lead assistant for Sacramento, Jordy Fernandez. He knows this team very well. Defensive coach Jerry, has he done anything in this first half that has been different than what you've seen other coaches try to do against Sacramento? Is his game plan different in any way, or did pretty much standard?
The only thing I can see, he really is trying to keep the ball out of Sabonis's hands. Period.
Yeah.
And so that makes so the Kings are playing around the perimeter so much more. Like I say, Fox is the one exception because he can break down the defense. But with Sabonis, they're denying him the ball, and then they're getting, as soon as he puts the ball on the floor, they're getting the second defender on him.
Bingo.
And
it's working.
It's working. The Kings have got to adjust to that. They should be able to, but that's where it's at.
Yeah, that's what the secret sauce has been right there. Sabonis is not usually making quick moves, and Jordy sending that second person, Jerry, right on cue. You saw the big rejection there in the second quarter.
Yeah. All right. I think the Kings are going to come back and win this game because I don't think the Nets can play any better than they did in the first half. And I just think at some point the Kings are going to have to wake up, because if they don't, with Oklahoma City tomorrow and the upcoming schedule, it could be a very unhappy holiday season for a lot of the employees that are currently with the Kings. So I would tell you, I think they're going to come back and win this game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be close, but I could see the Kings winning this game about 113 to 110.
Well, I got them 115, 112 Kings. I do think they're going to come back. I think defensively they're going to get better. And I think they
can't get any worse.
Can't get any worse. So that probably is my basis points right there. Can't get worse. And the other side of it is, I really don't think the Nets can shoot the ball that well. Two halves.
Yeah,
if they do, they're going to win.
Yes.
And that's the concerning part for me. They're one of the worst offensive rebounding teams in the league. They haven't had very many opportunities tonight, yet they already have 5 offensive rebounds. So limit them to second opportunities in the second half. I think the Kings win it 112-109.
Rhino, I got the perfect strategy for eliminating those offensive rebounds.
What's that?
Make shots.
Yeah. There you go.
And then the bench. We keep on talking about the ineffectiveness of the bench. They were thoroughly outplayed. Again, Keon Ellis, he had 9 points. Your other 3 players, no points. You're right. You had 10 minutes from Lyles, nothing. You had Colby Jones, 9 minutes, nothing. McDermott only played 3 minutes, nothing. But yet you're getting no production from your bench.
Grant, sorry, Jerry, I just got to say this. This is the most predictable team to watch. You don't need to be Jordy Fernandez to know what they are going to try to do offensively. You've got 4 guys swinging it around on the perimeter and 1 down low. So you're not forcing the other team to guard, Jerry.
No, you're not. And, they're doing a lot the same thing to DeMar as they are Domas, because they know when he puts it on the floor, he's looking to get into the paint. And like I say, the only guy, they know what Fox is going to do, but they can't stop him. That's the real difference. And, I mean, really, I think the 2 best players in the first half were Fox and Ellis. I mean, they were the only 2 guys, or Ellis was the only other guy that really played up to his ability, in my opinion. So really, the Kings have got a lot of guys that certainly have room to raise their bar here in the second half.
And I'm just going to go. We've been saying this now for weeks. I don't know why Keon Ellis is not starting. I just don't. This team is getting off to too many bad starts on too many nights. I'm not blaming it all on Kevin Huerter, but it's not working. Make a freaking change, coach. Make a change.
Yeah, it just seems a better fit with Ellis and Fox. I mean, really, and I personally think Kevin would be more comfortable now coming off the bench, and maybe also improve your bench. Which here again, not much risk. You can't hurt your bench, I don't think.
No, and if Malik Monk doesn't come back tomorrow, and again, he was upgraded to questionable before the game and then ruled out. But I mean, you have to get through this half, but I don't know how you beat Oklahoma City tomorrow night playing like this. I just don't see it.
Well, especially on the perimeter, all Brooklyn does is that pick and roll for the most part. And Keon Ellis and De'Aaron Fox is your best combination at fighting through the pick and roll. So for a coach that likes to cue his rotation around matchups, tomorrow night is exactly where you need those 2 guys together on the floor.
We appreciate the predictions on the chat line. A lot of people are picking the Nets. We got some people picking the Kings. Appreciate that. The bottom line, though, is win or lose, there's some real concerns about this team right now. I'm just going to say that. Maybe they come back and win, maybe they don't. But the way they're playing right now is not conducive to success in this conference. It's just not. So I got to ask, Jerry, is this just a bad stretch? Is it because of the disjointed lineups, because of the injuries? Although, again, I'm talking about the teams the Kings have been playing have had guys out. Look at the Clippers the other night. They had no Norman Powell, no Kawhi Leonard, no Finney-Smith tonight, no Schroeder. I mean, I don't like using injuries as an excuse. What the heck is going on with this team right now? They don't look very good.
Well, they don't. They're not playing to their ability. I really don't believe that they are. Now, to your point, I agree with you. I mean, right now, and I'm hopeful they can still get it sorted out. I think there's enough talent to be a playoff team in the West, but they're not right now.
No,
that's a fact. They're not right now. They're not good enough right now, and so I really think the next 6-7 games is just crucial. They've really got to start not just win home games, but playing a lot better. It's more about playing better, getting better ball movement. And I think Reynolds pointed out, I mean, we're just seeing so much movement around the perimeter and really going nowhere unless Fox breaks the defense down.
Look, De'Aaron Fox is your quarterback. Domantas Sabonis is your heartbeat. The bottom line is he is not playing high IQ basketball. 3 fouls, 3 turnovers. Turnovers continue to be an issue for him this year, which has not been something the past 2 years with him on this roster.
Yeah, really, it's not been a problem for him for 7 years. I mean, it's really one of those things that has come out of nowhere, I think, Rhino, to where obviously a guy that gets a lot of assists is going to make some turnovers, but he's been a 7 assist, 2.5 turnover guy most of his career. Now, all of a sudden, we're seeing games of 5 turnovers, 4 turnovers on a regular basis. And that's so, that's some things he's got to deal with because he's over dribbling in traffic. There's no doubt about that. And he's got to make his decisions a little quicker, I think, before the double team's really attacking.
Yep.
Bain, appreciate the super chat. We got you done. This is for Jerry's Chicken and Dumplings Fund. Jerry needs chicken and dumplings, so he's appreciative of that. Thank you very much.
Boy, does he ever.
Guys, thank you very much. Ryan, we will be back here, hopefully talking about a win. Jerry, we'll look forward to having you on at halftime tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be we're going to see better basketball in the second half, and we're going to see better basketball going forward. I hope. Oh my God, I hope.
Yeah.
Or else it's going to be a 3-beer night.
Oh, Mrs. Reynolds going to have a problem with me tonight if they don't come back and get this game.
That wouldn't be the first time, Jerry. You're okay.
No. She knows she might just knock me out, but that'd be.
Enjoy the second half, everybody. Talk to you in a little more than an hour. Bye-bye now.